Hi, I'm Rusty Lackey. I'm the chairman of the board of IntWorks Global. Been here for 12 consecutive years. This is my wonderful wife Robin, of 34 years actually this past February. She's put up with me for that long. But we want to talk to you today. When is the last time you dared to dream, to be all you wanted to be? What's holding you back? You know, what it takes in my industry to live this unparalleled lifestyle that my wife and my two daughters are living is perseverance. And I'll tell you a short story. I was 16 years old. My father was a Baptist minister 55 years. And he always told me, son, honor your word. All you have is your credibility. If you lend your credibility to something, it better be on mark, because if not, that's all you got. So he taught me to honor my word. And so I told my girlfriend when I was 16, I'm coming to see you tonight. But then there come a big snow. That's when it snowed knee deep back when we were younger. And it got toward the time I was to go see her. And I said, Daddy, I need the keys to your truck. He said, no, sir, son. The weather has changed. I said, no, but you told me to honor my word. And he wouldn't give me the keys to the truck. And then he told me, well, walking's not crowded. Now, mind you, this little girl I was seeing at the time, she lived 7 miles away from me. But as soon as my father told me walking's not crowded, I went and got my snow boots, got my Carhartts, put on my ski jacket and my ski mask, and out the door I went. And he was standing in front of a big bay window. And I just knew when I got to the end of the driveway, he'd come around and say, here's the key, son. But he was just sitting there just waving at me. And I thought, wow, he's pretty serious about not giving me the keys. So I walked another 100 yards up the street, and I turned around and looked. Surely my father, my best friend, my hero, is going to bring me those keys. But he didn't. So right then, he was just waving at me, and I made up my mind. I will freeze to death before I turn back. So I walked into about 3.5 miles. I got downtown in the state, in our city in which I live. I was leaning against the phone pole because my feet were so cold I couldn't feel them. I actually started to itch all over. It was so cold. I'm thinking, oh my God, I have to walk back. And about that time, I started thinking about where I was going. I was going to see the woman I really cared about at that time. I knew at her house there would be a big fire. I knew they had some great food on the table. And so I started focusing on where I was going, so I didn't feel the next 3.5 miles. Sure enough, I got there. There's a fire bill. She's helping me out of my boots because my feet are numb, helped me out of my coat. They fixed me a great fine meal. I even got some hot chocolate and got to sit by the fire. But it did come time, I said, oh my God, I have to walk back. About that time, her uncle drives up in a new Jeep. He was playing in the snow. He said, I'll take you home. And so I said, really? So I got in the Jeep. He took me almost home. I had him to stop so I could walk the last 100 yards back to my father's house. And I never told him that I didn't walk all the way to and all the way back home. He thought I'd done it. But so, what did that perseverance get me? Well, I've been with this wonderful woman for 34 years. I got 2 wonderful kids. And against all the elements of the weather that came my way, I was very determined to get what I was after. Now, do you have what it takes to get what you're after in life? See, this rubber band here, it ain't no good until you stretch it. You have to be willing to stretch yourself and persevere through what you want. Now, I've been with IntWorks Global for over 12 years, and I've sponsored about 400 people in a 12-year period. Some I thought was going to do great that didn't. Some never showed back up after we sponsored them. But out of those 400 people, I had 3 people to emerge. It's created me a complete fortune and added to my wealth, and it's put me in a position to leave a legacy for my family. So do you have what it takes to live your dream and to persevere through it? Well, I tell you what, with IntWorks Global here, nobody gets paid until you get paid. That creates accountability from me to you and you to me. I have a vested interest in your success. Have a wonderful day.